Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of The Walls We Build. And today's topic is going to be the dynamics of who you are. We live in a world where everything is energy, right? Everything and everyone has a life force that is all beautifully interconnected. And also, with that being said, we live in a world where some people will only accept what they can physically see and touch. They don't realize that what they are looking at and holding is actually part of a consciousness that is so deep and so expansive, so beautiful and magical, and that they too are part of that same consciousness. And at least that has been my personal experience with some of the people that I have had come into contact with over the years. I can't begin to tell you how many times I have been told that what I do and how I think and how I talk is either brainwashing, devil worshipping, or some kind of woo nonsense. So let's actually discuss that a little as to why this could be. Why are some people unable to see the vastness of what makes us up on a more holistic level, a more spiritual level? Now, of course, we are all blessed with free will and the ability to make our own choices and believe the way we want to believe because of that free will, right? Yet, keep in mind too that, with that being said, we are also born into a social structure where we are conditioned to accept the social dynamics that settling down, having a family, and climbing the corporate ladder is the only way to success. Even if that corporate ladder is making us absolutely miserable, feeling like there is something more out there than sitting in meetings all day, wearing a suit and tie. So maybe there is a deeper level to free will after all that is left to be examined. And being that we all have these conditions and expectations ingrained to us from an early age, do we really have free will after all, or are we still subconsciously adopting those behaviors well into our adult years? So if we go by this perspective, in my very humble opinion, this just means that we are unconsciously making the choice to do something or to live a certain way or to believe a certain way because of our conditioning and even the unheard parts of ourselves. Yet there does come a point where we do also have the realization of the consequences of the choices we are making, and we still make those decisions anyway. So again, I'm just offering a different perspective as to what free will may or may not mean. So once we do, however, start to peel back the layers and start to examine the conditioning and the trauma, then we start to look at free will in a different way. So there is also a negative and a positive polarity to everything. It's what brings a balance to life, right? Light and dark, yin and yang. We have a choice here in what we choose to focus on. We can either choose to look at things as if life is out to get us and will never work out in our favor, or we can choose to see that life is a magical journey that is pointing us in the right direction in our limitless potential, in who we are meant to be. Someone who is expansive, creative, and someone who is free to make their own choices in life. That doesn't matter, that it doesn't matter what the world expects of us. We start to fall into the abyss when we accept that things will never change, that it's just the way it is, that's the way it's meant to be, that we're not meant to change no matter what we do. And sometimes by us choosing that mindset, we don't realize that we are actually conforming to that limiting mindset, that we are in fact unconsciously contributing to the societal problem. And being that we are made up of energy, we end up lowering not only our vibrational field, but of those around us as well. And we get stuck in this mindset that we're not good enough to chase after our own dreams, that for whatever reason, we don't deserve to be happy. And I mean, the list goes on. And is it any wonder we get stuck in this endless loop of feeling like we're not ourselves, feeling like we're lost, like there's more out there to who we are and the world around us. And then I feel like one day something magical just starts to happen, right? We come to the realization that we want to stop conforming to the needs-based thinking of society and realize that we can actually follow our own hearts and do what we love to do and still want to make the world a better place for those around us and for the generations to come. We want to start stepping out of that limiting mindset of the fears of the I can't, I'm not good enough, into the love, hope, and courage and confidence that our personal power has to offer, that personal power has been there this entire time. It was just waiting there for us to flip the switch and start using it to heal from all the past traumas, the fears and self-doubts that we have been subjected to all of our lives. And I've said time and time again that we're just doing ourselves and all of humanity a huge disservice by not breaking free from the confines of the conditioning and the limitations that society places on us. But when we do take that action, we raise the vibration of the collective. We're adding to the energetic field of all consciousness. Everything we do and say sends out these energetic frequencies, these ripple effects that reaches far out across the galaxies. I can see that in my mind's eye, the glow that radiates out from everything that we are doing. Sure, some are going to try and stop us. And the key word here is try. They can try to stop us all they want to, but they will not succeed. Why? Because love really does conquer all. When intentions are set with love, absolutely nothing can stand in the way. Love is the heart and soul of all consciousness, of who we are as a collective. It's the glue that binds us all together. And you and I are made up of that same consciousness. There's no beginning or end. Consciousness is that spiritual dynamic that makes up the core of who we are. And sure, it's a huge responsibility to want to make a change and they want to go out and to want to make the world a better place. But I can't think of a more rewarding and a more fulfilling responsibility to have. And sure, some would say, who are we to take on the responsibility? Who am I to want to take that on? I would then say back to them, well, if not us, if not who, me, then who? Who else is going to show the beautiful souls of the world what we are truly capable of if we only come together for the betterment of all of us instead of the betterment of one? And yes, while there may be an I in spiritual, there is also an all. There's no coincidence in that. For we are all in this together, side by side, walking each other home. For we are better together, not apart. So, I'm sending love and light for a magically blessed day.